Is well with you and your families. My name is Kalembe Linda, the only female presidential candidate. And come 2021, I will be the next president of this country and the very first female commander-in-chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces. Yesterday, we were supposed to address you, but we got stranded on the road in Adjumani. And then because of the state of the roads, we got stuck in one of the places and we had to find help to pull some of the cars out of that place. So the time was cut short, so we couldn't meet you. I missed having an opportunity to speak to you in large numbers. However, this morning I had an opportunity to speak to you in small groups, especially women groups, in the market and in the homes. Thank you for inviting me into your homes. The people of Moyo, you are very welcoming and I was very touched. Yesterday as I arrived, the greeting was amazing. It was very heartwarming. There are very few places in the world that you go to visit and you're welcomed with a song and dances and gifts. Thank you very much. But as I went through Moyo after we left the ferry, I realized that Moyo, like the rest of Eastern Uganda and Northern Uganda, has been forgotten. For 34 years, there's hardly anything I can see that I can count on that the government has done for Moyo. There's very little. There's hardly anything to write home about. In spite of the warmth of the people of Moyo and their kindness, plus their very beautiful smiles, there's a lot of poverty that they have to deal with. I was speaking to the women in the market and they said they're doing market work and they leave their children behind to suffer during the day with no one to leave them with because they cannot afford to pay someone to take care of the children, and yet they have to be in the marketplaces. They'd rather be doing something else. But you see, they are not educated enough because the schools were not sufficient and still are not sufficient. As I was speaking to a young man this morning, he told me that Moyo has been here since before independence, just like many districts in this country. But the way the colonial masters left Moyo is the same way Moyo is today. You've heard the reports. Eastern Uganda and Northern Uganda are the poorest parts in this country. I grew up in the East and I saw what some of the towns and the districts were like when I was growing up. And most recently, a town where I grew up, Ginger, was given city status. What a mockery. It looks worse than it did before it was a city when we were growing up. After it degenerates towards campaigns, they decide to put labels on different districts and call them cities and excite the ordinary Ugandans, and yet for that label comes nothing else. My dear fellow Ugandans and people of Moyo, wake up. Let's all wake up this time. I hope that this message will reach people in Eastern Uganda and Northern Uganda as a whole. Let's wake up. This government has hardly done anything for us. They've put infrastructure, roads, and any other services where they needed to get something from them. But they have not put roads and services where they feel there's nothing to reach. Very recently, a bridge in Jinja was built. If this government did not have businesses to cross the Nile through Jinja, would that bridge have been built? Now, people of Moyo, ask yourself the same question. If minerals, rare minerals or precious stones had been found in Moyo 2 years ago, would you not have a bridge by now? But because this government feels like there is nothing to pick up from Moyo, that is why you do not have a bridge up to now. The road is as bad as it is right now because this government that uses and disposes of people and communities has not yet seen what they can take from this place. Therefore, people of Moyo, I'm asking you that come 2021, please vote for me as your next president. I have had an opportunity to speak to several mothers this morning, and the stories that they share are heartbreaking. This government speaks of helping women, but they do not quite understand the challenges of a woman. People of Moyo, we have an opportunity this time around to vote for a mother as president, to vote for a fellow woman as president, to vote for a fellow mother as a president. Let's take this opportunity. Because when a mother is healthy, when a mother is strong, when a mother is financially stable, the family will benefit. Our nation will grow. Uganda needs to be mothered. Uganda needs to be nurtured as a whole. That is why we say our mission is to the 56 tribes of this country, with no segregation, no matter what tribe, religion, or political party you belong to. Our leaders have removed dignity from leadership and turned leadership into cheap politics. They insult each other and think that that is how leadership should be. They cause chaos and excite people and cause tear gas to come and bullets while their children are kept safely in their homes. It is our children that sacrifice their lives on the street. Where are their children? Safely tucked away. Please do not go with the gimmicks that have happened. They happened in the previous campaigns, they're happening now. It is all a distraction from what ought to be. Women of Moyo, I'm calling upon you. If all the women in Uganda voted me, together we can win. All mothers of Moyo and all mothers of Uganda, I ask you, please vote for me and let us change our land. Speak to your husbands and your sons and daughters to vote me so that together we will change this nation. Let us forget about the cheap politics that our nation has adopted. It is mockery that we have democracy in this place. Only women understand true democracy because we know how to nurture children. And even when they are still very small, we sit down and listen to them. This government knows how to muzzle Ugandans. That is why the power to make money has been removed from Ugandans. And even when they give money to help in poverty alleviation, with another hand they pull it out so strongly with the heavy taxes that are in every corner, so that Ugandans do not grow financially. The best way they have thought to control Ugandans is by keeping us in poverty. This must end come next year. People of Uganda, the youth, please do not be confused. The agents in this government that have decided to remain in power at any cost. That is why they are willing to sacrifice you and my children on their altars of leadership. Because your life and my life don't matter. Only their power and their personal legacies do. People of Moyo, I humbly ask you, please vote for me. A vote for me will be a vote for every woman in this nation that has nurtured children. A vote for me will be a vote for your mother. A vote for me will be a vote for real change. I am the embodiment of change that Uganda has been waiting for. We've never had a woman president in this country. Maybe that's why our nation is in such a state. It needs a mother to clean house. It needs a mother to feed the nation. It needs a mother to take care of the children of Uganda without segregation. The governments that have come before us have propagated tribalism, yet they do not want us to mention that word. They have brought division. When they found out that tribalism may go against them, they introduced multi-party politics, not for the sake of Ugandans, but to build their legacies. Not for our sake, because true multi-party politics would allow the freedom of different parties to go around doing different activities. When FDC rises up to check out on hospitals, they are arrested. When UPC wants to build a road, they are stopped. When DP wants to support the Kabaka of Buganda, they impound them. When NUP wants to do something, they arrest them. Are we really in a multi-party democracy? Or is it just a mockery of this government? Ugandans, let's embrace true democracy. Vote for me, and together we'll build this nation. As Ugandans, it is high time Ugandans own their land again. It is high time Ugandans belong in this country again. Because lately, most of us feel like we are sojourners in this land, like we're just aliens to this land, because there are people who own this country. I have had an opportunity to go around central Uganda and western Uganda. The infrastructure and roads in western Uganda look very different from eastern Uganda and northern Uganda. Let's change leadership this time to a leadership that will take care of all of Uganda, not just some parts of Uganda. Thank you very much. My name is Kalembe Linda, the next president of Uganda, but I need your help. Unless you vote for me, Moyo will remain as it is or even get worse for the next 5 years. Nothing will change. It will only get worse. Uganda will get worse. Northern Uganda will get worse. You have seen the impunity. You have seen how land is being taken away from Ugandans, how people are being pushed out of their homes, how people are corrupt and nothing is done to them because they are the owners of this country. You have seen how people are losing their property to those that own this country. Ugandans, let's rise up and fight. But not fight with tear gas and bullets, because the people who own this country, their children are not going to be sacrificed. It's your children and mine. So please vote for me. May God bless you, for God and my country. Please remember, in Mission 56, we're not leaving anyone behind. I'm an independent candidate, because as a mother, we need to bring Uganda together as one nation, under one God. May God bless you.